Live from the Channel 4 studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts now with breaking news.
The Coast Guard is leading a search right now for a swimmer missing in the waters off Truro. Boats and helicopters are both on scene along Ballston Beach, where the 26-year-old man apparently went under while swimming with other family members.
Those relatives tried unsuccessfully to save the victim, and pictures from the scene indicate that at least one of those family members went to the hospital. There was apparently some early confusion over whether the missing swimmer had been found, but the Coast Guard now says he has not been found. Also breaking tonight, in her most direct statement yet, Senator Elizabeth Warren could be testing the waters for a presidential run in 2020. Warren is currently running for re-election to the Senate. During a campaign stop in Holyoke today, she was asked about running for president.
After November 6th, I will take a hard look at running for president.
Warren also told the crowd that she loves her current job and that it's been the honor of a lifetime to go to Washington and fight on behalf of the people in Massachusetts.
New tonight, inspections are underway to make sure homes will be safe once the gas comes back on in the Merrimack Valley. Crews are working to install new appliances in homes impacted by those explosions and removing those deemed to be dangerous.
WBZ's Paul Burton went to Lawrence today to follow the new stage in the recovery effort.
Inspections are underway in Merrimack Valley. Licensed plumbers, electricians, and appliance technicians entering homes, making sure things are safe and up to code.
We're going in to assess all their appliances to see if they are damaged, not damaged. There's certain ones we're just going to damage out, and we're going to change controls and stuff like that. We're doing air tests on lines.
Mark Levine owns 2 homes in Lawrence. He's not only concerned about himself, but for his tenants as well.
They sent a team in with 3 electricians, and they put in carbon monoxide detectors. And they checked the electrical service.
Lawrence residents were hit hard by the gas explosions earlier this month. Thousands are still without gas or hot water. Officials say they will get to a couple of homes a day, and each house is different. Many of these appliances have been condemned.
There are certain ones that we're just going to get rid of right off the bat. Residential ranges, residential dryers.
What they've done so far, it seems very thorough, and I just want it to be safe when it's all said and done.
Roads are shut down as Columbia Gas crews dig up streets to lay miles and miles of pipe. Columbia Gas officials say the inspection process will take weeks to complete. They're working in 12-hour shifts and laying more than a mile of main pipe a day.
We're trying to put mains in as fast as we can. We don't have any timeline yet. It's really hard.
Levine is happy to see progress is being made, but knows there's much work to be done.
It's getting into colder weather, so whatever they do, they've got to do it quickly.
In Lawrence, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
Andover officials tell us Columbia Gas will be working street by street to make home assessments instead of individual appointments. Neighbors will receive an automated phone call at least 72 hours before crews work in each neighborhood. Columbia Gas is also holding another career fair on Monday from 9 until 2 in the afternoon at the Valley Works Career Center in Lawrence. They are looking for support staff to help in the restoration effort.
The FBI has contacted a woman who accused Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct. Deborah Ramirez says Kavanaugh exposed himself to her at a party in the 1980s when the two were students at Yale University. An attorney for Ramirez says she has agreed to an FBI interview. Senate leaders agreed Friday to delay a final vote on Kavanaugh's nomination to allow for a 1-week FBI probe. The Senate made the decision after Dr. Christine Blasey Ford testified that she had been sexually assaulted by Kavanaugh in high school. Kavanaugh has denied both allegations.
Activists are continuing their push to rename Boston's Faneuil Hall. Today, members of the New Democracy Coalition met to discuss their next 90-day campaign of protest action. The group wants to gather support for the City Council to hold a hearing on the matter. They are seeking a name change because Peter Faneuil, the landmark's namesake, was involved in the slave trade and enslaved at least 5 people.
So our effort is to reach out to citizens across the city of Boston in order to educate them, but also get them to participate in racial dialogue for the healing of the city.
Mayor Walsh does not back the name change. The group wants to rename Faneuil Hall after Crispus Attucks, a black Revolutionary War hero.
A new fitness center reopened in Boston today, focused on sweating out the stigma of addiction. The Phoenix is a nonprofit that introduces people in recovery to a number of fitness activities. The location in Newmarket Square offers cross fitness, rock climbing, boxing, and yoga, among other sports. And it's all free for people who have been sober for at least 48 hours.
To remove the stigma around recovery and acknowledge the courage and strength it takes.
That help them find a positive coping mechanism, but more than that, helps them find a new community in sobriety.
This is the first Boston location for the Phoenix. There is also a gym that the general public can join to help support that charity.
Today, a baseball fan completed his walk from Yankee Stadium to Fenway Park. David Spillane made the trek to raise $50,000 for the Elizabeth Stone House in Roxbury. The agency supports survivors of domestic violence. He was recognized for his efforts before today's Sox-Yankees game at, of course, Fenway.
Decent day for that, right?
Yes.
But it might get rained on before the weekend is over.
But overall, I think we're having a pretty good fall weekend, Pamela.
I'll go with that.
Oh, yes, it is beautiful. Today, I declare it a perfect autumn day. We had high temperatures of the 70s, lots of sunshine, and it was just crisp. Low dew point temperatures, nice and dry, too. The foliage, the leaves are starting to turn, but it's going to be a little delayed this year. These are your typical times where we see peak foliage color early to mid-October across southern New Hampshire. It should be now across northern parts of New England. That's not the case. We're behind by about 1 to 2 weeks. So low color to the north, moderate color in some isolated spots, and a few patches around the Boston area. Today's high, a glorious 74 degrees. The average high being 68. Anytime we're above the 68-degree mark, it's going to be an above normal day. We're going to continue to see above normal temperatures through your 7-day forecast for the most part. Overnight lows dip into the 50s and some 40s across the interior. Tomorrow, high temperatures just a touch above average. 69 degrees in Boston, low 70s from Norwood to Taunton, but much of the day spent in the 60s. Perfect tailgate weather as the Patriots take on the Dolphins at Gillette Stadium. In the afternoon, 59 degrees for the tailgate kickoff, 66 degrees. Fourth quarter, pleasant and sunny, 68 degrees. Topsfield Fair opening weekend does continue, and temperatures will remain in the 60s through tomorrow, and also tracking some 60s across North Truro for the Vinegrass Music Festival. Noon to 6 tomorrow, and gorgeous weather for it. Full sunshine ahead, but a cold front slowly sinks our way as we get into the first part of the work week. Then it's going to linger across the area as a warm front, and soon it will lift into our area, giving us some temperatures back in the 70s for midweek, but also higher humidity levels. So a very interesting 7-day forecast with a daily chance almost of some isolated showers, just not for Sunday. We keep it dry and sunny. Back to you, Ken, Katie.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Pamela. And thanks so much for logging on to CBSBoston.com.
We'll have all the news tonight at 11 over on WBZ Channel 4. Until then, hope you have a great evening.